Good morning, viewers. My name is Emre, and today we'll be talking about the supply chain of Sony. Technological innovation and production have increased drastically over the 21st century. With what started as moderate growth, it is now estimated to reach a staggering $5.2 trillion as an industry in 2020. With a strong increase in demand for tech products, companies are required to carefully plan and understand their own supply chains to reduce costs and increase productivity. With corporate social responsibility in mind, logistics managers are forced to make decisions not solely relying on cost of production, but also ethical approach they need to take. Sony is one of the most recognizable brands in the world. With the magnitude of products and services, it has estimated market capital of 10.6 billion USD. Today we'll be focusing on the supply chain management of its highest selling product, the PlayStation 4. As the PlayStation 4 is a highly complex console system, it requires many different parts and materials from multiple suppliers. Although it is difficult to identify each component in the value chain to create the PlayStation, we can see in this diagram that it involves many crucial steps. Sony first forecasted the possible demand for the PlayStation and the associated planning involved in that using IT technology. Steel Wedge was the favored decision support system, which provided fairly accurate demand forecasts. This allowed Sony to communicate with their suppliers as well as their retailers to manage the inbound logistics within the value chain efficiently. The raw materials used for the PlayStation are polycarbonates, which are hard plastics, hard drives, electronic wiring, and aluminium. These materials during the procurement stage are sourced from mainly mining and factory productions. Sony seeks to achieve ethical business practices and strictly seeks suppliers that align with the company's code of conduct. Ethical suppliers are sought after, particularly focus on human rights, environmental impact, and health and safety of their workers. The raw materials are then used by multiple suppliers around the world to manufacture parts associated with the creation process. Sony relies heavily on information systems to manage its inventory, with a focus on Six Sigma lean manufacturing. Sony implemented this structure in 2008 for its mobile phones. Within a year, they were able to save 3.9 million USD. Transaction processing and management information systems are prominent throughout the logistics and operations, though it is incorporated throughout the value chain. Outbound logistics for Sony strongly focus on efficiency as well as environmental impact. Transporting is outsourced to SSCM, a global logistics provider, to handle all the products. Sony uses a system which it refers to as milk runs, which collects the parts from different manufacturers on the same run. By doing this, they can maximize usage of space and deploy less trucks. Finished goods are then transported to the retailers around the world. When it comes to reverse logistics, Sony relies on a close relationship between its forward and reverse logistics teams. Constant communication is encouraged, and when faulty PlayStations are returned, the working parts are used to repair different products to relieve excess pressure on procurement. Standardized forms of working and repairing products through the value chain also drastically help to maintain quality. Some of the main challenges Sony faces, which is also prominent for many other technology companies, is finding suppliers that are not only cost effective but also transparent in the way they operate. There have been growing concerns regarding third-party manufacturers employing underage labor and having horrific working conditions. Adding to the fact, Sony faced a reverse logistics crisis in which some of the products had a toxic metal of cadmium inside them. Sony has been combating this issue with strictly set guidelines and its quality control working conditions, which it audits and enforces with its suppliers. Thank you very much for listening.